cracking, bro?
Nothing, man. Just got a stuffy nose. It's bad.
You got a stuffy nose?
Yeah,
Did
it
you have?
sucks.
Did you have when I have a stuffy nose? Sometimes my mom gives some tea with a little lemon and honey.
Yeah, to join us, I got my cat.
Sweet. What's your cat's name?
Deuce.
Deuce?
Yep.
Like a poop? Like drop it. Hey, let me ask you this: did you ever pick your cat up and then drop it, and then basically drop your Deuce?
Trust me, he would not like that. He'll scratch me.
True. I feel you. So this is my little home away from home. I got my Daredevil vintage comic book right here, and then I have like some stuff that reminds me of like hot ladies and just some various stuff around the place. So I guess what we're gonna do throughout the next hour or so, we're gonna dissect Endgame. I'm very excited for this. This is something that we've been talking about for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah.
Jayden, what's your last name, bro?
Schmidt.
What is it?
Schmidt.
Schmidt. Okay, cool. I have like a buddy. His name is Gavin Schmidt. And but okay, so Jayden Schmidt is obviously a huge Marvel fan as well, and like myself. And I don't know if you have one of these.
Nice little things here.
Oh, that's so sweet. Look what I got. I got my official priority clearance card.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then come to find out, a couple months before the Detective Pikachu trailer was announced for Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, so that's like a dead man Pikachu.
It's Peekapool.
Oh, that's dope. That's super
Yeah.
dope. Okay. So where do you want to start, man? So I guess let's start with like just the way they set up the whole, like, I mean, if you want to look at like the Marvel series is like a football season, and then Endgame was like the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, basically that's what it is. It all led up to from 2008 or 2002 was the first Iron Man.
Right. And I think like the first like Marvel one was the Hulk, right? The Hulk one before.
No, it went Iron Man and then Hulk.
Okay, that's right. So now, basically, what they were doing, which I think was genius on their part, was they made it like they were like setting these little like breadcrumbs, right, throughout the decade,
Yeah.
and then at the end they put all these breadcrumbs together to be like this super dope like culmination of like everything together, which
okay, basically what they did was they took slices of bread from the Iron Man slice of bread all the way to the final bread, and they put it together and got the massive Endgame look.
Yeah, dude, I like that. That makes perfect sense. It's like a sweet honey bun, because it was probably the best movie I'd ever seen. I cried. It was pretty emotional. I went with
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
I got a couple of spoilers and throughout my school, and that kind of ruined it for me. I knew about Nat's death, and it really ended things for me.
you knew the Black Widow's death?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked. But,
yeah, because Black Widow is my favorite female character.
Okay. Just because she's hot, or like?
No, overall she's badass.
Yeah, she is. That's true. I guess she's probably my favorite too. But I mean, I guess like Captain Marvel is the most powerful per se. Like if you put pound for pound on paper, but she's kind of lame in a way. I don't know.
Yeah, she's like the Ultra Saiyan version of. She's basically an Ultra Instinct character in Marvel.
Yeah, true, very true.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so let's start with this, and I'll tell you mine after you tell me yours. But like your favorite Marvel movie that wasn't an Avengers movie, which one was yours? I thought that movie was so good. Well, Thor's my favorite, first of all, because he's the only one who's an actual deity. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like he is literally a god. And also I like the fact that they incorporate like Nordic culture into like the whole Marvel thing, because I mean I'm sure a lot of people already know this, but like Thor is an actual, like, it's like Zeus from like ancient Greek culture or whatever. But
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool how they like kind of incorporated that, like Stanley incorporated that into,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
that was pretty, yeah.
My favorite Marvel movie is a toss up between Homecoming and Iron Man.
Really, the first Iron Man.
Yeah, the first Iron Man.
Yeah, I agree with that, because like when Tony Stark is out in the desert and he's like his back's against the wall and he really has to like put two quarters together and make fire with making the suit out of like scrap parts. I remember there was a show called The A-Team back in the 80s, and they used to get like stuck in a garage with like a couple rubber bands and like an old Toyota, and they come out with an army tank. You'd be like, holy cow, like how'd you guys do that? And like Tony Stark totally ripped a page out of that book, because he's in this Afghanistani desert in the cave.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey dude, you're a prisoner, and he's like, no, screw that. I'm gonna be like, you're done, bro. Like I'm gonna make my own suit again. Pretty cool.
From like, okay, yes, I'll build you this weapon. Goes behind their back. Nope.
Yep.
Sorry. I'm gonna build a massive armored suit with flamethrowers and rockets.
So sick,
The
dude.
stuff that you give me.
Yeah, it was gnarly.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah. So I hear you. And out of those two, like Homecoming was cool. And I don't think you can count the ones like the earlier Spider-Mans, because they were kind of lame. You know what I mean?
It's not the earlier Spider-Mans, the Sam Raimi trilogy and the two Amazing Spider-Man movies were not MCU movies. They were not in the MCU universe.
Right. Which
they
is
had
like
their own separate, unique universe. The Raimi verse, and then there's the Sony verse.
I'm looking at somebody.
I prefer to call them.
What do you call them?
The Raimi verse, which is the Raimi trilogy, then the Sony, which is the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, so true. And I don't know if it was like a licensing thing, or like I don't know how, like, because it's interesting that obviously it's still a Marvel, I guess, intellectual property, but then they didn't have.
Sony has the rights to make any Spider-Man movie, but what Marvel did was they made a contract with Sony so they could put Spider-Man into Civil War, and then everybody was so hyped to see Spider-Man. They ended up, Sony ended up doing another movie, Homecoming. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so I guess moving along. So we have okay. So you had the first Marvel Avengers when we had them like all getting together, and I remember when that came out, it was like a huge deal. It was like, okay, so they have all these puzzle pieces that they've been kind of like putting together, and that was actually before the Doctor Strange, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then Doctor Strange, I feel like is very underrated as far as like his placement in this whole project, because like I don't know if I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but at the end of Civil War, when he was like he said, I forget who he said it to, but I think he said it to Mr. Iron Man. He was like, "This is the only way." Remember that?
Oh, no. Okay. When you said Civil War, I was thinking, wait, Doctor Strange wasn't in Civil War. That was the whole fight between
Captain America, sorry, not Civil War.
Iron Man.
Not Civil
Infinity
War.
Infinity War.
Infinity, yeah. So that's what I meant to say. Sorry. So at the end of Infinity War, when Thanos like basically took all the flavor crystals and was like killing everybody, Doctor Strange knew that, like, okay, you know what? This is he had the foresight, because he saw it was like the 1,000,001 chance or whatever, like crazy.
Yeah, out of the like 1,000,000 futures that he looked at, he said only one, only one future we win, and that was with Tony living. So he sacrifices the time stone for Tony's life, and he's like, "I'm sorry, we're in the end game now."
Yeah, which was like
dusted.
Which was super sad, super emotional. But looking ahead,
Hold on.
Without,
Let me stop you right there. I gotta go see what my grandma wants.
What?
I gotta go see what my grandma wants. Be right back.
Okay. I'll be right here. So I guess I'll just talk to the DYL Hall says, "Oh my God, Seth, can I get one of your shout outs?" Yeah, of course, dude. Yo, what's up? DYL Hall, Dill Hall. Dill sounds like Dill Hall. Hey, yo, Dill Hall, what's up? Can I scroll through? Yeah, I totally can scroll through these. Wow, you guys feeling the love. I'm gonna wave to everybody. Hey, wave, 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 wave. Oops. Okay, so stop work to watch this. Yo, thank you, Matt J. Carney. Are you a carney? You're a carnival? So did you like my Hydra car? Who's that Was Maton? I didn't see your Hydra car, dude. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds pretty rad. What's a crack-a-lackin'? Yo, BC Komprosky! What is going on? Wave, 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 waving to more you cats. Maybe Deadpool next time on my 2020 Volkswagen GTI. Folks, watch my profile, see what I mean. Yo, dudes, if you're going to come on and you're going to, like, say stuff, like, that's totally cool. Oh, Jason Prosthetic. Jason Prosthetic, look, I don't know if you have, like, a prosthetic limb or something, but, dude, more power to you. He says, I'm going to be honest, Endgame hurts you so dang bad. No kidding, dude. We all got hurt by that. Like, it was an emotional roller coaster, but it ended on a high note. I watched all the movies within the past year, so I only got to know all of them, and then they died. Yeah, dude, tell me about it. Well, I've been building this emotional attachment for... Shut up. My mom's like wondering why I'm in the bathroom doing this, but yes, Stan Thor Ragnarok, right? That's my favorite, dude. Hello, the dental mistress. That sounded a weird screen name, dental mistress. I don't know. Do you sleep with dentists who are married? So you just fell in love, the dental mistress, the A team. Okay, yeah, dude. Let's talk about the A team for a second because it's way underrated. Oh, maybe.
All right, I'm back.
We're back, dude. I was just talking to some of the fans and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been in there for a long time. It's starting to smell out here.
Just go away. I'm busy. All right, so where were we?
Doctor Strange, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So Doctor Strange got out his like TI-87 calculator. He's like, dude, we got to
2017. Yeah.
Right. And then he's like, there's only one possibility, and that's the one where Iron Man dies. Which is crazy, dude. Like, but he still had the foresight to know that, like, I'm sorry, this was the only way. So
yeah.
That movie.
In Iron Man didn't have to use the gauntlet. He could have stacked the gauntlets, flown an okay distance away, so then Strange could have finished with the whole tidal wave and helped him out with Thanos and everything.
But then if he did that, they wouldn't have had a good of a chance.
Yeah, but and then we wouldn't have gotten the best Marvel scene in the world.
Which was, in your opinion, the final? Oh, yeah. And
okay. I am Iron Man.
So let's start at the beginning of Endgame. And so when it first started, they're like, all right, dude, we found out, like, they used their GPS. They found out the planet. There were new farmer Thanos is like planting his little fruits and stuff, and he's like living like such a chill life for just killing like half.
And then all you see is Captain Marvel, douche.
Totally.
Like just his little house, Captain Marvel just dooms.
Yeah. Exactly. And then so
Like,
Thor.
he's leaving that Titan alone. He's just trying to farm up some vegetables, some eggplants to make little Thanoses.
Exactly, dude. And so honestly, I'll be honest with you, like I don't know how Thanos was living on that planet without any pussy. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like how, dude, Thanos, you probably got like a huge like purple member. Like you got to give that to somebody, bro. He's like either like whacking it like a madman, or he's just like really frustrated. Which I think.
He's like, I don't want to. I'm only in love with one girl, a girl I cannot have. I don't think they incorporated Mr. Seth into the whole MCU, which would have been better if they did.
I know.
So they're like, I'm only in love with one girl. I'm not gonna give my eggplant juice to a different girl. I'm gonna be like, I only want to give my eggplant juice to one girl, and that's Death, somebody I can't have. And so he ends up going and he ends up farming to make Lily. He's like, if I can't have Death, I'm just gonna plant seeds.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when Captain comes in and like, boom.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
so
everybody attacks him at once.
Which, okay, so first of all, Thor is kind of a hothead. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he was like, he still had it in his mind, like when he stabbed him in the chest with his hammer axe from Infinity War. He's like, go for the head, go for the head. And so, in hindsight, like everybody was like, dude, wait a minute, we had a bunch more questions for Mr. Thanos. We wanted to ask him like where the flavor crystals are and all this kind of crazy stuff, but like in hindsight, it didn't really matter because they couldn't have done anything about it. They had to go into quantum realm. They had to go back in time.
Because
all these different things. And
so,
so, like,
it's that whole energy reading that they got was him using the Infinity Stones to destroy the Infinity Stones.
Right.
That's the only way you can destroy an Infinity Stone unless you have Scarlet Witch. And he's obviously not going to go to Earth, be like, hey, destroy these stones for me, or I'll just kill you.
Right.
And
too risky.
Yeah.
Way too risky.
Yeah.
I just
destroy it.
You know, I just thought of something at the end of Infinity War that, you know, it was a plot point that was necessary. Because, okay, so remember everybody's ganging up on Thanos and they have him like tied down, and what's your name is reading his mind and she's like chilling him out, and then they have like everybody's using a different power to basically get the glove off. And you almost had the gauntlet off of his hand, and then
Star-Lord.
Yeah, Star-Lord is like
has to go punch him.
Bro, like I was so disappointed in him because like, dude, you effed it up so bad for everybody. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like right here in the palm of the hand, right here.
Literally.
That's how close they had it. If Star-Lord waited 20 seconds, Spider-Man would have had the glove off. But no, he's like, what happened to Gamora? Boom. Right into Thanos' great chin.
Yep. So short-sighted and honestly pretty selfish, bro. Like, it made me look at Star-Lord in a different way to where I'm just like, I don't know, like, what your goal is here, buddy, but you just, like, screwed the pooch on pretty much the whole galaxy, you know, multiple galaxies. Like, you're thinking with your dick, bro, and, like, yeah, bros before hoes. How about, like, entire galaxy before hoes? You know what I mean?
Yeah, Gamora was just one girl, and I understand that he was in love with her. I would have punched Thanos if he killed the love of my life.
But would you though?
Okay, I wouldn't even have punched him. I would have went straight to his
nards,
his freaking Titan grape nuts.
I would have been. Did you see
Titan
all this crazy stuff about the conspiracy theories of like Ant-Man crawling up his butthole and that's how he's gonna kill Thanos? Oh, sorry about that. I was trying to read one of the. Okay, so that was obviously a really dumb move on Star-Lord's part, and I guess I misspoke earlier because I said that Thor was the only deity, and actually Star-Lord is half god, right?
Huh?
Yeah. Star-Lord is actually half a god. He's like a
No,
half.
half celestial because
Yeah.
Ego, the living planet, is a celestial. That's how in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in the final fight, Star-Lord was able to become freaking Pac-Man.
Yeah, exactly. So, and to be honest with you, like that, like I said, that totally changed my perception of him. So going back to Endgame, so they start out, they regroup. Thor's like super pissed. He's like, "Damn, this is my big chance to kind of like redeem myself." And then
This is my chance to revenge my brother. And he's like, okay, this is time for me to like go good on my word of you'd die for that. After slaughtering half my race and slaughtering half of my people and killing my brother in front of me. So he ends up going for the head and just completely decapitating him.
it was like a guillotine, such a swift and quick, such a quick execution of Mr. Thanos. And like, let's be real, like Thanos is an asshole, bro. He's like the biggest asshole you could possibly be. He's like worse than Hitler, you know what I mean? Like somewhere in like the bad guy evil hellhole, like Thanos and Hitler are like probably best friends because they're both pieces of shit, you know?
They would probably be best friends too. Like, okay, Hitler wants to wipe out the Jewish people. Thanos wants to wipe out the people in the universe.
Right. So we have Jason Prosthetic. He's saying we all know Loki ain't dead. So what do you think about that? Do you think that Loki is dead? I mean, he snapped his neck right in front of Thor. So
Loki ain't going to be dead because he's faked his death a couple of times. That's most likely a Loki clone from like Ragnarok. Like, hello, Tesseract here. Hello, have the Tesseract, take the Tesseract. Well, my real self escapes off the ship. I ain't about to get slaughtered.
Yeah. Dude, that's a smart move by Loki. And so
he was originally out for himself, and then until we all thought he would change in Ragnarok, and then
and then, but however, I will say this. I think that first of all, I got my I showed you. Did I show you this? This is so sweet.
I got my old cat. I'm gonna name her T'Challa. I'm gonna change the name to T'Challa.
What's her? No, I thought her name was
Panther's name.
Deuce.
T'Challa.
I thought his name was Deuce.
I'm gonna change it because
really?
originally my stepdad's cat and he gave it to me. So from now on, I'm gonna be referring to him as T'Challa.
That's dope. That's super dope. So the dental mistress who sleeps with other dentist husbands or whatever, she goes, agreed. And okay, so Jason Prosthetic goes, here's the thing. Hulk smashed Loki like a rag doll and he didn't die, so how can Thanos choke him? I don't think Thanos choked him, bro. I think he snapped his neck because he went like he was holding him for his... What?
Thanos did snap his neck because you hear the sound.
Right.
And you just see him drop to the floor, and then you can see a little bit of his bone poking out.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even see that. That's savage. Super savage.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys, hey, Jason Prosthetic, if you rewatch it, watch when Thanos has him in the air, and he's like, dude, yo, Thor, check this out. I'm gonna make your day, and then. Which like kind of sucked. And I will say this. I don't think Loki is that bad of a dude. I think he's definitely selfish and out for himself. But when he tried to kill Thanos, remember? That was like he was like, dude,
okay. My real part hates everybody, so I'm just gonna do something to redeem him. And then he goes to try to nice Thanos, but he ends up stopping it with the like Space Stone or something like that.
Yeah.
You're like you should be more careful with your words.
So let me ask you something. Do you see these comments like I do? Do they come up on yours since you joined in?
Yeah.
Look at the dental mistress. She's getting all pissed. Stop
yeah.
saying that. I don't want to hear it. I'm here for the comic shit, not that. Well, guess what, dental mistress? You're going to get it. Because you're talking to Seth and Jayden, and we're going to talk to you like we want to. I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I'm not trying to ruffle anybody's feathers, but it's just funny how she's getting all hot and bothered. Anyway, so going back, okay, so Loki used his left hand when he went against Thanos, but Loki's right-handed. Ooh, that is a very astute observation, and that's something that I didn't notice. But is it possible that he is ambidextrous? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. If Thor is a god, then that means Loki's a god too, right? Or he's half god.
No, he's okay. They're basically saying he's the god of mischief, and
right.
Yeah, he is, but he's not actually a god. He's a frost giant.
That's right. So do they have the same dad or the same mom?
No, Loki's adopted.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's adopted.
It's been a while since I remember all this stuff comes back to me. So okay, so back to Endgame. They crush Thanos, make him they cut his head off, and then fast forward to
Little Rabbit was like, "What did you do?" Thor's like, "I got the head."
Yeah, so he cut him off at the head, and then. So this is an interesting thing, man. So let's say there was and I think about this stuff all the time. That's why I watch Doomsday Bunkers sometimes. These crazy people are building these Doomsday Bunkers that they're gonna hide out in case there's some kind of apocalypse or something. Dude, so what if we did have a situation like that? Would infrastructure fall? Would people? You saw Manhattan Bay and all those different boats that people pulled into Manhattan and all the disrepair to all the infrastructure in the world. And it seemed 5 years. Could all that happen in 5 years? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure.
For all of it to be fixed and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, most of Manhattan could be rebuilt. It wasn't even New York wasn't. It was kind of all destroyed, and it could be rebuilt in 5 years. But I don't see them filling up all the holes that happened in the park with Iron Man and all of it.
Yeah.
In that time, and especially with all the buildings going up with the ship and during Infinity War.
True. So this period of the film is sad. It was really sad. I mean, we hadn't lost any of the Avengers yet, but it was sad in the respect that dude, think about all the people you love. And maybe them just by roll the dice are going to be there anymore. They're just going to be space dust. So when they had the help group, they had a little cameo by what's his name? The guy. Did you see that cameo in it was an AA meeting? There was a cameo. Oh God, I forget the guy's name, but I think he helped create one of the characters with Stan Lee, and he did a cameo. I'll look it up after, and then I'll text it to you.
Yeah.
But you can see Mr. Rogers, Steve Rogers. You can see how he is a hero to the end. You know what I mean? So he is Captain America. His character. I will say this: his character is just as strong as his powers are. You know what I mean? And as far as trusting someone not to be selfish, not to be just to have the best interest of all the people, I think Mr. Captain America is probably the most solid dude in that respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even after everybody is all gone, he's in that self-help meeting talking to people, and people are sharing their stories I've been drinking, I've been hitting the weed or whatever, trying to help cope with this new world that we live in with half of everybody. And Mr. Steve Rogers is like, well, you know what, guys? I feel you because I feel it too. It sucks. It sucks. I feel your pain.
Right now, we're all just like, our minds are all just boggling. We're just talking about random stuff. And we're not like talking about from the part and from the beginning of Endgame.
Right.
Like up to the end, like how Nat took over, like basically the presidents of the United States trying to keep world peace and everything with the remaining Avengers.
Right. So let's look at the way you psychologically played out on each Avenger. I think some dealt with it in a very healthy way, and others dealt with it in a very unhealthy way.
Yeah. Okay. So what I want to do right now is start with how it mentally scarred them,
right.
and then we're gonna start, and then I want to talk about the entire from beginning to end.
Okay.
Like every scene.
Oh yeah. Do you have it written down?
No.
In your mind. Okay. Yeah, dude. Let's talk about it. So, do you want to start?
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Psychological scars. Like Thor, he watched most of the Asgardians get massacred by Thanos. It's like you watching everybody that you love and know get totally slaughtered by a sociopath. Like watching friends die.
Right.
And then in Infinity War, he's psychologically damaged because he couldn't do nothing, and Loki basically died in front of him.
Right.
Or so we're led to believe.
And there had to be a part of Thor who felt personally responsible because he didn't go for the head.
Yeah, he also blamed himself for the decimation or the ashing.
Right. So that's probably why he took it so hard, and we all know he liked beer to begin with, even when he was of right mind and sound mind.
Yeah, at the beginning he's all depressed because it's a couple of weeks later or so, and he's all depressed and stuff, and then 5 years later you see him barely going. The only time he even interacts with the Asgardians is if he's going down to get supplies like alcohol and stuff, and you just see him with his beer belly all let go and stuff.
Which, okay, so I don't know if you were doing this in your head, but the whole time during Endgame, I'm like, okay, so when does Thor get in shape? You know what I mean? So I'm thinking is this scene he's gonna come back and he's just gonna be shredded again? Or
is he just go from okay, I suck everything up, magically sucks up his gut and then turns into strength?
Right. Which I guess is a lesson learned. I guess even gods can get fat.
Yeah, even gods can which Chris Hemsworth didn't even know that Thor was gonna be fat in that scene. He was just sitting there shirtless. And then they did that entire thing CGI, and he reacted to it, and he's like, well, I did not know that was going to happen.
Is that right?
Yeah, I watched a video on YouTube apparently about it.
So Fat Thor, that wasn't a fat suit he was wearing? That was all CGI? Because I know they put, where there was an old movie with Eddie Murphy where he was a nutty professor, and they put a fat suit. They have fat suits that it's not like makeup.
Yeah.
It's
it was probably like that. But anyway, so then we got Thor suffering from PTSD and all that, kind of like how Iron Man suffered. Iron Man has even worse PTSD from it. He's not only is he mentally, but he's emotionally and physically scarred from it.
Right. So, okay, but he in a way, he has his kid with Miss Potts and Pepper Potts, and he finally gets to smash, which I don't know if they were I don't know if he's been.
Well, it's most likely he got to smash throughout the MCU, but he finally
locked it down.
Finally was ready to pop out a kid.
Yeah.
They're finally ready to tie the knot and pop out a kid.
Right. Which I think was great for him. Which like it shows the sacrifice that he made because like I mean,
He
dude,
basically sacrificed himself for his child. Like, any man would sacrifice themselves for their child.
for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
and then you're talking about, and then there's the whole thing with Rocket. He's very fucked up because he lost the only family that he's had. He's lost Star-Lord, Drax, Mantis, Gamora, and then he watches Groot die. And
Yeah.
to make it all emotional, I am Groot, the final line of Groot, translated into English is like, Dad. It's like, Dad?
Yeah.
It's like very emotional.
Yeah, super emotional. That overall, I felt like Endgame was not only the most emotional MCU movie, but like honestly, probably the most emotional movie that I've seen over the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, to be honest with you. I can't
Besides
remember.
Infinity War.
Say what?
Besides Infinity War.
Yeah, besides Infinity War, but for some reason, you knew that they were gonna have to time travel, and you knew that like things were gonna happen. Yeah, you're right. Probably besides Infinity War, but I thought it was such a bold move on Infinity War to set up Endgame. Like that was if it were a Greek play, it would be a tragedy. You know, it was not a comedy at all because it ended poorly.
In Endgame, there was some comedic things, and there was some comedic things in Infinity War, like how Peter's like, if some aliens end up laying eggs inside of me and babies pop out and they eat you, I'm sorry, guys. And then like, I don't want to hear another. And then Iron Man's like, I don't want to hear another pop culture reference out of you for the rest of the trip. And he's like, okay, but I'm trying to say people are coming. Something is coming. Which that's when the Guardians came, and yeah,
Right.
Or well, the 3 Guardians.
Exactly. So we went through Thor, how he handled it, how Iron Man handled it. You see Black Widow, and she's like, "Yo,
how Rocket handled it."
How Rocket handled it. And then she's trying to hold it together to still be like the leader of the team, and that's almost like
she's basically the only thing that can hold world peace after the decimation, because after the decimation, most countries would have been weakened from it because they lost most of the people.
Which is a huge opportunity for people who are trying to do bad.
Yeah, for countries like North Korea.
Yep.
To nuke the U.S.
Right. You know, defenses are low. It's the perfect time to strike.
They did it after this destination. Like, okay, America's weak. We should just bomb them right now while they're weak.
Yep.
And then we'll eat some cats afterward.
Yeah. Then we'll eat some cats and then find a new dictator to control everybody's minds and not let them on the internet and continue to tell everybody that everything's hunky dory. So when Black Widow was like, it reminded me because it was almost like she was like looking for things to do. Like it looked like business was slow around the old Avengers headquarters. You know what I mean? Because she's like, okay, we'll continue to do this. And I thought was really interesting was when Eagle Eye was like, he turned into a bad guy, or Hawkeye.
Hold on, again, gotta go check my
No worries, I'll just respond to some of these comments.
Yeah.
We got the dental mistress. No problem at all. I was just busting your cojones. Matt Carne asada. Hey, steak boy, what's up? Those are my favorite tacos, by the way. We're all friends and Marvel fans here. Yeah, totally. Fix your nose problems. Don't really have any. Oh, yeah, I blew my nose. I was just taking it a little bit because I had a little booger. No, back in the cave, as they say. Not sure about your topic request. Can you talk about the future of MCU? Okay, so Matt Carne, we will talk about the future of MCU.
Yeah.
At the end, because that's not till the end, right?
Yeah.
We'll get to that. So, so who else? I guess.
Let's just talk about how the world handled it.
Yeah, but I want to get to because I was really surprised with how Steve Banner handled it, or Bannon, because he found like tranquility, and I don't know if he's been doing yoga, some Hulk yoga, but I remember he finally fused the mental with
It's
the
like,
physical.
okay, I found a scientist to finally help me. I'm a woosah with Hulk.
Yeah.
We're gonna be best friends. We're gonna be like the ultimate team. We're gonna have both brains and bronze, best of both worlds. And we're also gonna have that massive Hulk junk.
Yeah, he's got his huge
So
Hulk
then-
member, his green.
So when we finally see Natasha, we can give her a good time.
Remember that old Dr. Seuss book? I do not eat granite and eggs and ham. I will not eat them in a boat. I will not eat them with a goat. I wonder if Hulk eats green eggs and ham. It would make sense. But okay, so but back to Hulk. I think so. Jason Prosthetic says how do you think they did Hulk dirty? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I don't think they did Hulk dirty at all. I think Hulk was like really healthy and like mentally and physically, obviously still like pumping iron and like doing like juice cleanses and stuff and doing what he does, but he's just way more woke.
I would have preferred if they did make Banner and him fuse, but instead like made it to where when Banner did Hulk out, Banner kept the brains and then he had Hulk's brawn instead of just fusing and stuff.
Instead of being Hulk like all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would have rather have seen it that way?
Yeah.
I think so too, because there's
or just have him like normal Banner, because like in the trailers, and then yeah.
Yeah,
and then,
I actually agree with that too. And there's a certain dramatic effect when he hulks out, dude. If you're just constantly hulking all the time, it's like getting a boner. If you just walk around with a boner all the time, and then you have like
it gets really boring.
Right, exactly. Like, imagine how annoying it would be having like if men's penises were just hard all the time, then it wouldn't be a big deal. You'd be like, oh, it's hard anyway. So that's kind of the way Hulk was, in my opinion. He's like, well, you can't Hulk out because you're currently hulked.
Unless he is like, okay, fuck yoga, I'ma just release the beast.
Yeah.
He's like, roar, I'm Hulk now, I'm a Hulk smash.
Yeah.
He basically goes from intellectual Hulk to like caveman Hulk.
Right. Okay. Jason Prosthetic says I'm referencing the way he acts in the show. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I get that, but I'm with Jayden, where I think the way he acted wasn't the problem. I think that they should just have that, the juxtaposition, if you will, of Mr. Regular Steve Banner and then you hulking out. All right. So spend too much time on Hulk. So who else was around? Avengers that was around that helped, that did it in a different way. Oh, let's talk about obviously Mr. Hawkeye. So Hawkeye.
Okay, Hawkeye was really affected. The decimation killed his entire family.
Right.
Thanos just wiped his family off the map.
Yeah. 1 second he's having his cool barbecue in his backyard.
Yeah. It was kind of like sad to see because yeah,
exactly. So I was disappointed in that, and to be honest with you, when they killed Black Widow and she was like, when she was like, take me, and he's like, no, take me, dude.
Because like he already lost everything. He's like, I have nothing left to lose. Like, don't make me lose my best friend too. Let me go.
Right. And I don't know how they never shacked up, or maybe he was cheating on his wife with her. I don't know. Maybe
I doubt that they did, because in Age of Ultron, Natasha was okay with everybody.
Yeah. True. So so him like going just like he wasn't even like he was just like going around like killing people. He had his samurai sword and he's just like, yo, you cats gotta go. And then when Black Widow found him And she's like, dude, you got to chill with this. And then he takes his mask off and he's like, yo, it's just, we got, and then they like invite him back. And then, so I guess that brings us to so I guess that brings us to like Ant-Man, right? When he comes back from the quantum realm by accident.
He doesn't. Okay. Endgame wouldn't have played out the way it did. They wouldn't have been able to reverse it if that one rat didn't cross the buttons the way it did.
Yeah, that's so crazy to me. You know what I mean? Because here's this van, which once again, like, the van's in this warehouse, and like everybody kind of forgot about it.
No, they're not. They weren't in a. They weren't in a warehouse. They were on top of a parking garage.
Right, but I'm saying like after in Endgame, like they were. No, I'm not talking about that. Like the.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that part.
Yeah. So yeah, the rat where the rat crawled over the controls and like, dude. I don't know if they were like trying to incorporate some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but maybe that was Master Splinter, and he was like, maybe he was thinking ahead. You know what I mean? Maybe he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna make a little cameo, and I'm gonna help save the world."
You have somebody from a past MCU movie, possessing the rat, and ghosts and stuff, possessing the rat.
Yeah. Who knows? There's so many like subplots that you could like spin off of it. That there's just so much going on in this movie. The writers must have been geniuses, to be honest with you.
300 IQ.
Yeah, is that possible? I thought like it is.
I don't know.
I thought like 180 or 200 or something. Anyway,
it was like so like the highest is like 200 and something.
Yeah, like 210 or something like that. Which is probably what I'm about. Just kidding. So the rat climbs over the controls. He finds the flux capacitor, and
then Ant-Man's like, boom, wait, where's everybody?
And then he's like walking down the street. Here, Ant-Man just walking down the street singing, where did everybody go? Did he go? Like half of everybody's gone, where did they go? And then he sees a poster on the telephone pole, and then he sees that kid, and he's like, yo, kid, what the heck happened? And the kid's just like, dude, I'm getting out of here. This freaking weirdo child molester is gonna. And then he finds the memorial, which reminded me of like a Vietnam memorial. And
he's like, hold on, people in the vanishing, and he's like looking for his daughter, like Cassie.
Right.
And his radio flyer. Like, wait, what? I'm not dead. Whoa.
Which. Super clutch, man. Like, I feel like, for his daughter to still be around, obviously she's like grown up and kind of hot now. I wonder if he was like, oh shit, you're my daughter? You're kind of smoking hot. So
honestly, okay, if I was in the MCU 5 years later, I would smash. Not even a lie, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So Jason Prosthetic goes, Seth, what song you were referencing? That's an old song from like, I want to say like the 50s or the 60s, and it goes like, there she was just walking down the street singing do-a-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do. It's a really popular song. Just like, if you just Google do-diddy-do-diddy-do, you probably find it.
Yeah, really quick, I'm gonna cut this short. I want to like finish it.
Okay.
When I get back, but I have my dinner here.
Oh yeah.
I'll, like, eat it.
And dude, if you want to pick up like tomorrow or like later this week, we can like we'll just set like a marker. Like, okay, we got to pretty much.
We got to like how we basically didn't even talk about what happened in Endgame. We were just talking about like kind of what happened in Endgame, and and then now we're talking about what all happened. So really quick, I want to like get into Endgame and what happened before.
Yeah, do.
Right.
Well, let me ask you this: do you want to set like a little bookmark, and then we can just bring it up, and then all the followers are gonna like want to tune in again.
Yeah.
Just an idea. But is there something that you wanted to touch upon today?
I want to touch up to like from the beginning of Hawkeye scene to where to like the middle of Endgame basically.
Okay. Yeah, let's get to a halfway point.
So like okay, all the way up to like when they go back in time to the Battle of New York.
Okay.
Yeah, so do you think we can do that in like 15 minutes?
Yeah, for sure. I don't even know it. Time's flying by. I don't know what time we started, but it feels like we've been at it for like a little bit.
Something.
Okay, so all right, yeah. So you go where you wanted to pick up.
So we're gonna finish the whole Ant-Man scene. Sorry, I had to turn off my light. It's like messing with. So Endgame. Hawkeye scene where he's like training his daughter how to shoot a bow and arrow.
Yes.
And like he's like, okay, you're gonna take after me when I pass. You're gonna become Hawkeye, which I think she is actually going to be in the future of the MCU.
I agree. Kind of like Spider-Man's mom. I think Spider-Man's mom is going to get some powers, or his aunt. But I don't know. That's just a theory I have. Yeah.
But no, in the comics, she picks up the mantle of Hawkeye.
Right.
In the comics.
Right. So yeah, I think that's a good point. And another reason why, like story-wise, it was so important to save his family, because you're basically saving the future of MCU, essentially.
Yeah, and basically, I'm so glad that Thanos ended up dusting them, because they were like, do you want mustard on your hot dogs? And I'm like, ew. And then as I was watching that scene, I was eating a hot dog. Like, as I
really? Where'd you?
And I was like,
are you having a hot dog right now?
I just put it down and I was like, no, thank you.
That's funny. Yeah, that was probably the most depressing barbecue scene I've ever seen in any movie. Because like, I mean,
and then like
it really was
all covered in like his wife's dust.
Exactly.
Stuff.
Yeah. You ever been to a funeral and they just take the cremated body and just throw it at everybody? No, that'd be super weird. That would suck.
That'd be disgusting, dude. Because I have my dad cremated.
Yeah.
And I sometimes like to think that he was snapped away by Thanos. That's why he's all dust and everything.
That's kind of funny, man. So I'm sorry about your dad, by the way, bro.
Yeah. To kind of lighten up the mood of everything, like, oh, it gives me another reason to be pissed off at Thanos, snapped away my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're a strong little dude, bro. Like you're I mean, just from talking to you like on IG past couple weeks, I can tell you like got a real good head on your shoulders. You go to art and stuff, so yeah, man, that's really good. All right. So so after that, then
I believe after that it's the whole space scene with Iron Man. They're playing paper football. Iron Man records the message for Pepper, talking about how much he loves her and everything.
And so this is right about the time. You're going back that far. So okay, so I thought we were at like where yeah, who's that? Who's that the little dog?
Oh, that's my Chiefy.
Oh, he's super cute, dude.
Yeah, man.
little
photobomb
poodle.
He's a Chihuahua.
Oh, right. That's what I meant. So okay, so he records that, and then well, let's go. Okay, so then like Captain Marvel comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, Tony's not expecting to make it.